Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running me down to finish. I don't play.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On second down, it's Coleman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards, first down Niners.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Allen's throw is complete. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll escape to his left. He's going to take off with it. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
36. Line 36.
Go. Put up.
Rock 36. 36 to Mike. Too little.
Look at me. Zipper.
36. Line.
Big rip.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, box drop. Clear. Hit it.
Throwing again. Costello looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
319.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
It's Coleman here, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Ready. You draw quarters. Hey, echo.
No.
Yes. Hey, Alpha. And go.
From the gun, Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That one goes for 24 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Come on.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike. 65. 65. Middle. 59 Mike.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. He will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. they've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
First down, San Francisco.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Coleman now. And an alley to run. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and a route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Albert Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
We got this. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Coleman. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Let's go. Bravo.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice
and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's the party now. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Check pass, check. Go.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Coming to you, coming to you. Check, check, check. Rush in.
On 1st down, Coleman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On on second down now. It's Coleman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down now, run with McKinnon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
It's now 3rd down.
Let's go. 10 over.
Mike 56.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, high 7. Clear.
Off play action. Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On the ready.
36 to Mike. Crunch time, defense.
Cut.
Mike 36. Mike.
Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Costello. He completes it to Tate. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
They're on 15-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
3rd down.
Check 50. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
On third down, here's Coleman. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Kill.
Slam.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert. Alert flare.
This is Coleman. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3 down.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Squeeze. They
go to Johnson again. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Quit talking about it.
Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. He's going to let, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They will run again with Coleman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the 49er first down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Not today, you won't. Not today.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
2nd down, McKinnon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Pick it up. Hey. Shoot. Let's go.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started. I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. The Lions on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Costello. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the back and let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
At the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Check 3. 56, 56.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Ringo, Ringo. Ringo, Ringo.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First down, 49ers.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On first down, Coleman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
We got 4. We got 4.
And they take a knee.
Today,